EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
Right to the air goes Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Lawrence now on second down. He's across midfield. What about that? Out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play for Jacksonville. 61 yards.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Man in motion here is Washington. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's in! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. DJ Dallas now to return. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go right back to Conner. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Conner. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll go again here to Conner. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. We'll try and run for this with Conner. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Jaguars on top. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Conner. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Now Murray. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 7-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Lawrence now. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. (7-3) is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Kirk is the motion man. 2nd down, Lawrence. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Now second down throw for Lawrence. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a third down and 4. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing Murray. They'll try to work the screen with Connor. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, he coughs up the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. Back deep for Jacksonville, that's Devin Duvernay. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Jags offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They put Strange in motion. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get it to the 37-yard line. To throw is Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he gets this up close to the 40. Kaiser White able to make the tackle. So it is halftime here on New Year's Day as we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back, Travis Etienne. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now, Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On first down, it's Murray. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Now a second down throw for Murray. That one intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
They'll run it here with Etienne. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. In motion comes Thomas. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dallas. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll run with Connor. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Murray now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Cardinals line up for a punt as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Kirk is the motion man. Quick throw, taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's ETN. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. Not much happening there, just a short gain. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cards offense ready for this next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Darnell Savage, terrific coverage there, able to get a hand on it.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's caught by Harrison right side. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.